Hey, yo, what is poppin'? It's your boy, FizzleTheHizzle, aka Ben here, bringing you guys the Week 8 battle against Magic Blades, aka Joey, and the Snowpoint City Blizzards. Sorry if you hear noise in the back. I got my mama a Roomba for Christmas, so it's been working out pretty well. I like the Roomba. It's pretty fun. But anyways, before this video gets started and on its way, make sure to hit that like button down below. I actually have 995 likes, so if you guys can get me a couple of likes before this video, and that would be great. Actually, I'm probably gonna get it before this video, but either way, like the video, subscribe if you're new. Trying to get to 200 subs, and my voice and the room should sound better because I'm back in my office instead of using another room. So hopefully the content creation will be pristine and nothing short of that. But anyways, Magic is having a pretty tough season, similar to how last season was going for him. And we are now 6-1, trying to bounce back from that pretty horrifying loss, as there's more noise in the background against Jamesy. So yeah, definitely going to try to bounce back. And I feel really good about this matchup. But anyways, let's just jump right into his team. He has the Mega Slowbro, Eternal Floette, which has been allowed this season for the first time. Mamoswine, Decidueye, Lycanroc, Dusk, Noivern, Servine, Silvally, Meloetta, Ariados, Heatran. The Silvally doesn't have any restrictions, but as a whole, his team is like really weird. It's a good mix of both offense and defense, but he lacks really good offense. Like, his best breaker is Mamoswine, and then like Eternal Floette maybe. It just lacks really immediate offense. And Heatran is pretty strong naturally, but you're not going to really rely on it for too much offense. So yeah, it's an interesting team, to say the least. And yeah, I think I have a pretty good team that goes against what he has. And yeah, I'm going to jump right into it. First of all, I have Focus Sash Aerodactyl. It's a really good here because this is my best way to get rid of Toxic Spikes and Sticky Webs. Because I feel like Ariados is probably going to come here, and either way, you always have to have something to get rid of Sticky Webs if you play it, because it can just screw over your entire team, and it's not a fun time. But yeah, this thing is probably going to be my lead for sure. Gets rid of the T-Spikes, pressures Ariados with Roost, Defog, Stone Edge, and Earthquake. I have Sash on there because I didn't really know what other item to put on it. I am Adamant Natured, so I could put a Life Orb on there, but I feel like Sash was better for me for Mamoswine and stuff like that. And with my Aerodactyl, I am Calc to live into Ice Shard from Mamoswine after Rocks. I'm not really sure how big that Calc is going to play out, but having extra bulk on this thing with Roost and the utility that it has is going to be really good for me. And I also take a couple of Excel Rocks, or I also take an Excel Rock from Lycanroc Dusk after Rocks as well, because I love Aerodactyl, man. I love innovating sets with it. It's just a really good Pokemon. Edgequake is really good here. And Pressure just to stall out his Leaf Storms with like Servine or something. So yeah, good set. Gets rid of webs, that's what it does. Now, my first win con here is this thing. Buzzwole with Buginium Z, Bulk Up, Leech Life, Drain Punch, Substitute. This thing goes ham against this team. A very speedy Buzzwole with not a lot of attack investment, but this is a great set, believe me. I can sub in front of things. First of all, I can switch into things like the Mamoswine. I'm so sorry for the noise in the background. I can switch into things like the Mamoswine, Decidueye, Lycanroc, and Dusk. There's Servine. I just have to be careful of like Glare or Toxic or something. I can switch into all over his physical attackers and then sub up in front of it, go for a bulk up, and then just proceed to sweep from there. Buginium Z is there to just bop Mega Slowbro at +1. Buginium Z has a really good chance of knocking that thing out straight up. Pretty much the same thing with like every other mon that he has. The only thing that really wants to switch into my dual stab is like Eternal Floette, but I have a tremendous amount of things that pressure that thing defensively, and either way, after like a +1 boost, it's not going to really want to take a Drain Punch. I'm sorry for the Roomba. But yeah, the speed is there to outspeed Heatran. It's a really fast Buzzwole, and I really had to make it fast just to be a better win con, and this is just a really good set. I love sub Buzzwole so much. You can sub in front of so many things in draft format. It's incredible. But yeah, I really like this set here. Next up, I have Habanberry, Garchomp, Earthquake, Dragon Claw, Poison Jab, and Toxic. Now, what this set does, or what Habanberry does, is I can live a Draco Meteor from Noivern because that's one of the things that pressures out my Buzzwole with Hurricane, and even Draco just bodies it. And it also pressures like Lycanroc Dusk. It's my switch into Lycanroc Dusk every single time. And Haban Berry also covers Outrage on the Lycanroc because it doesn't get Ice Fang. It has to rely on Outrage to kill me, which does kill me, but I have Haban Berry, so you already know that's the thing. And Earthquake Dual Stab is just really good here. Poison Jab to pressure out the Eternal Floette from my Buzzwole. Toxic is there because if I can throw Toxics off on something like the Mega Slowbro, the Floette, pretty much everything on his team does not want to get Toxic aside from Ariados and Heatran. So that's just going to be really good for my win con later. And it's pretty fast Garchomp here. And just a really good switch into a lot of things and can offensively pressure things as well. Again, sorry for the room, but it's really loud and it's right next to my desk. So I apologize. But yeah, next up I have my Steelix with Gluttony. I named it Gluttony. Chople Berry with Sturdy, Stealth Rock, Roar, Gyro Ball, and Earthquake. I loved it rocks here. It really pressures this team for the Buzzwole again. By the way, this entire team is made for the Buzzwole sweep. So that's why I keep mentioning Buzzwole. Chople Berry is for something like, what is it for? It's for Meloetta. Yeah. I think it's for Meloetta, because Meloetta is another thing that can really pressure my Buzzwole. Sorry, I really blanked there. I made this team a long time ago. Obviously, I made this video like 5 weeks after I played the battle, so I'm gonna forget some things. I don't know. Chople is pretty much for the Meloetta. I can do so much to Meloetta with Gyro Ball right after, because Focus Blast or Close Combat or whatever is the best thing it has to hit my Steelix. And yeah, it's also for Lycanroc Dusk if it wants to go for not superpower, like Brick Break. I don't know why he would have that over Drill Run, but you know what, if it happens, that's what it is. And Draw Ball like obliterates the Meloetta for my Buzzwole. So sorry, not a lot of really good in-depth detail on that one. And also Roar for Mega Slowbro. If it gets to +2, I don't want that. So yeah, good stuff there. And if Lycanroc wants to SD in my face, I can also roar that out. And Eternal Floette this is also my switch in Eternal Floette, because that thing offensively is really scary, and I don't want it setting up Calm Mind, so that's why I roar. That was a really bad description, I'm sorry. But next up I have my Clefable, again with the defensive set, and I brought like Max Fizz Def for like the 3rd time in a row, but you know what, it's a good set here. Thunder Wave is really good to cripple for anything faster than the Buzzwole, right? Eternal Floette, Mamoswine, it's not going to do anything to Buzzwole. Lycanroc, Noivern, Servine, Silvally, Meloetta, stuff like that. Everything that's faster than Buzzwole, they all get two-waved. They can all catch this. And Wish Protect, Moonblast is because I don't have any recovery on my Buzzwole outside of my moves, like Buzzwole, wow. Drain Punch and Leech Life, so wishing that back up is going to be really cool. In addition to wishing back up my Steelix for Eternal Floette, stuff like that. It's the same set as like the last 3 weeks, but you know what, it's a good set. I don't know, not much in depth in there. Actually, no, I didn't. I brought Calm Mind Sweeping Clefable last week against Jamesy, but we don't talk about that battle. Next up we have Specs Gengar. Look at his team and look at Specs Gengar. Yeah, that's definitely fun. Destiny Bond, Sludge Wave, Shadow Ball, and Focus Blast. Destiny Bond is there in case, like, I don't know, Destiny Bond is pretty much there for a splashable move, but Specs, Sludge Wave, and Shadow Ball just obliterates his team. It really, really pressures the Meloetta and Floette Eternal, which is exactly what I want for my Buzzwole. And Focus Blast is there for the Heatran in case that wants to switch in for whatever reason. But it ain't taking 2 Specs Shadow Balls, let me tell you that. And this is just so good for breaking his team and can be a win con late game. Destiny Bond is there so I can trade a 1v1 potentially with like the Eternal Floette. Or anything else. I mean, why would I do that? I can just Sludge Wave the Eternal Floette. Destiny Bond is there because I didn't really need anything else pretty much. But yeah, I like my team. But yeah, it's going to be a fun one. Let's just jump right into the battle really quickly. And as you can see on your screen, he brings the Ariados. So I'm so glad I brought the Aerodactyl set that I brought. He has a Mamoswine, Lycanroc, Dusk, the Meloetta, Ariados, Heatran, and the Servine. He brought Servine and brought like nothing that I'm really worried about. He brought 2 pretty gross mons, like Servine and Ariados. They're pretty bad. Ariados gets up T-spikes and dies, so that's what it does. But those two, like, together don't really have me worried about anything. But yeah, I'm just going to lead off with my Aerodactyl here because I don't want him to set up webs or T-spikes, as he does lead off with his Servine actually. So I'm going to Stone Edge here and scout the damage, and he is incredibly Fizz-Def with an Eviolite, so, and he reveals Glare, so that's fine. And I realize I can stall him out with whatever he wants to go for, like Synthesis, so if he goes for that, that's going to be good for me. And I realize this is also pretty much setup fodder for my Buzzwole if I substitute, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Ariados does not break my sub, so I'm fine with just like Leech Lifing or Drain Punching or whatever. So Heatran is in, and I want to keep, as you can see, I outspeed the Heatran, which is exactly what I wanted, and I get so much health back, so that's fine by me, but I don't want this Leech Seed on me, and I'm obviously pressured out. So I think, I just keep Drain Punching, because why not, because I'm faster than the Heatran. Sorry, I'm really rusty. But yeah, Buzzwole looks to be really good. If I can sub up in front of the Ariados or Servine, that's going to be really good for me. As I get up my rocks here, which is fine by me, I think I go for a Gyro Ball right here, which does 22 to the Servine, which is incredible. I go into my Aerodactyl, force another Synthesis here, or Leech Seed, or whatever he wants to go for, and pressure is going to come into play as he reveals Substitute, which is really interesting as I get paired, which sucks. But he reveals 3 of his moves already. I'm assuming Leaf Storm, Glare, Sub, and Synthesis, so it's a really interesting set as I'm just trying to roost here and keep healthy. This is kind of a really stally sequence, so I'm just going to stay in, force him to use a lot of PP, and I got my defog off, so yeah, I'm just going to go fast here, trying to stall him out of things, and kind of 1v1 the Servine. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. And the entire time I'm thinking, would the Servine be faster than my Buzzwole? And the answer is no. When I Stone Edge the first time, it's got out the damage as I get paired right there. It revealed to be like really, really Fizz-Def, so there's no way it's going to outspeed my Buzzwole that has like 244 EVs in speed, and it's Jolly, so yeah, I don't think that's ever going to happen. As I get paired like 2 times in a row, and he just switches back in and out. So pretty good plays there, but I didn't really need air anymore because, like, you know, I missed there, obviously, but I got rid of the defog, and I got rid of the webs and T-spikes, or whatever the hazards were, and I can sub up right here as I am faster. So yeah, Ariados can't break my sub. It can be a switch-in, but it doesn't break my sub as I go for the bulk up right here. And he goes for the webs right here. Leech Life, this ain't a switch-in as it gets bodied, and I snowball from here. I get +1 with my Beast Boost. I'm faster than Mamoswine because of speed. So yeah, it's good times. And I'm faster than Meloetta somehow, which is insane. He didn't run like any speed at all. As I just like sweep with my Buzzwole. It's a good time to be alive. This thing gets bodied, and Ariados gets bodied. And he thought I was max speed the entire time as I flex out the Bugsy right here. So yeah, man, it was a fun game. I just needed to sack something and get Buzzwole in on the Ariados or the Servine, and I pretty much won the game. Really hard for him to counter this set, really. Speedy Buzzwole really did come in clutch, especially out of web, so that's really good. His Meloetta speed was like not faster than my Buzzwole. He didn't creep it, so that was really surprising. But really nothing he could have really done about this Buzzwole set. I love Buzzwole, man. I recommend you guys to try it out. It's just so good. Substitute on Buzzwole is like my favorite set of all time. It's just amazing. And we are now 7-1 with really good differential, and that puts us atop of the conference ahead of Jed, I believe, at this point, maybe. But yeah, it's a really good win for us. Buzzwole got 6 kills in one game, which is incredible. So Jura, you already know, that's a goat. That's a goat boy. And I didn't have to send out like 3 of my Pokemon, so I didn't really conceal anything there, or I didn't reveal anything there. But if he watches a team builder, I guess that's the thing. But yeah, man, we are now gonna play Tiff next week, who's also having a pretty solid season right now, fighting for playoff contention. And right now, we are looking really good for playoff contention. If we win our next few games and certain people lose, I'm locked for playoffs, so that's really good. and hopefully I can get you guys that early clinching spot. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. It means the world to me, and like always, have a swell day. Peace.